So many people suffer with slipped discs, yet they needn't have suffered necessarily, and they also needn't suffer or continue suffering needlessly. There are things that can be done. So first of all, what is a slipped disc? Well, when most people hear the term slipped disc or bulging disc or herniated disc or disc problem, they nearly always think of a back problem, excruciating pain that lays you out, knocks you out, and you're lying on the floor, you can't move, you're in agony. And then slowly you get better and you start moving around and then you feel better. But the thing that caused the slipped disc most of the time is still there when you're out of pain. And this is why it's important to get followed up properly and to have the correct care. Because a slipped disc, okay, now most people think of back pain when it comes to slipped disc, but you can slip a disc in your mid-back, you can slip a disc in your neck. If it's in your lower back, it can cause sciatic pains down the leg. If it's in your neck, it can cause arm pain. If it's in your mid-back, it can cause chest pain. So these are a couple of bones, vertebra, spinal bones. In between each bone, you have a disc, or a disc space. And the discs are what allow the movement to happen between the bones. But the disc is made up of two kinds of substance. Okay, the central substance has kind of consistency like toothpaste, and so it allows things to wobble around a little bit. And the outer layers are very, very fibrous, and they stop this central part from escaping. Now when they become brittle and crack, this toothpastey substance can seep through, it can start bulging, and it can hit a nerve and cause huge amounts of pain, or it can just cause pain. So in extreme cases, you might be able to see a bit more clearly, there's some frayed fibres there of the disc, and then it can slowly bulge out and hit a nerve in bad cases. What causes these fibrous layers to become brittle in the first place? Well, it's basically dehydration, of which there are three main causes. The first, obviously, you're dehydrated, you're not getting enough water either through drinking enough, or you're not getting enough hydration through the foods you eat, because a lot of foods we eat should be raw and they should be full of moisture and water. So that's raw vegetables and lots of fruits and salad. When you cook food, a lot of the moisture actually escapes, and then a lot of foods we're eating, because a lot of people are eating starchy things like rice, potatoes, but they're eating a lot of cereals for breakfast and bread and things like that. They're all very, very dry, so you need more moisture in your body. The second thing you need is correct nutrition to get the nutrients inside the disc, so that the disc can actually suck moisture in throughout the day. Now most of the moisture is actually sucked into the disc at night, because during the daytime the compressive loads on the disc, like a sponge being pressed, more moisture will seep out, and then at night time when you're lying down there's no pressure on the sponges, and so moisture can get sucked in. But you need the moisture in the body, and you need the nutrition inside the disc to suck it in. The third thing though, then this is just like a sponge, it has to be contracted and relaxed, contracted and relaxed. The discs have to be moved on a daily, constant basis. Now if you're sitting down in a chair all day, they're not moving. And if you're just walking, or if you're just jogging, or if you're doing very linear motions all day long, again the discs don't really move very much. They need to be twisted and moved all over the place, which is, I recommend spinal hygiene exercises daily. Just like you brush your teeth every day to look after your teeth, you need to do daily exercises for your spine to keep your spine working and in full order. I'll put some links to some spinal hygiene exercises for you to do to try and prevent disc problems as much as possible, and also once you're moving again to help you heal from a disc problem as well, because movement is what allows the disc to heal as well once it's got to a certain point. So the most important things here are to make sure you're hydrated and well nourished, and you move every day. And if your spine isn't moving properly, okay, you can do these big exercises to move the spine, but if one of these vertebrae, if one of these joints is not moving, how do you know? Because most of the time they're not painful. This is why it's good to have regular checks with someone that looks after your spine. whether it's an incredibly good massage therapist, a physiotherapist that actually checks and mobilises the spine, an osteopath or a chiropractor are the obvious choices as well. And if one of these joints becomes completely immobile for more than a month, it will actually start fusing. So it's a good idea to have regular checkups. Just like you go to a dentist, you should go to a chiropractor or an osteopath to check the overall movement of your spine. It's, in my opinion, a good idea. So, whatever you do, if you do have a disc problem, make sure that you get some professional help from someone that knows what they're doing and someone that will actually check the movement of your spine and give you aftercare exercises to do as well. Okay, now go and check out my exercise videos, and more importantly, if you can do them, do them.